What's cracking? Welcome back to Foe on the Fights. I'm about to break down UFC Vegas something tomorrow night. Got Ian Cut Gary versus Carlos Siggy Smoker Prates. Should be a banger in the main event, but we're gonna start from the beginning, and I'm gonna pause that TV because it's distracted me. Right, so I usually have a bit of an idea who's all on the card before I shoot these, but we're just gonna go in raw today because I barely even made this video. Got a lot going on in the personal life. Back's fucked still, if y'all are wondering. Mowed the grass today. That shit sucked. And I fucking pulled the string right by the fence and I smashed my fucking funny bone. Let me just tell you, it wasn't funny. It was quite sad. I almost started crying like a bitch. Ow, and it still hurts. Ooh! You know when you bang it and you just kind of laugh and you start kind of crying a little, you're like, imagine that times 20. That's what ooh. I might have broke my elbow, to be honest. But I'm going to give it a couple days. Alright, first fight of the night, we got Chandler versus Edwards. Chandler is the female Nate Diaz. She fights like him. No, she doesn't. I mean, she carries herself like him, I should say. But only thing I really know about her is when she ran full speed away from her opponent in that one fight. I forget who it was against, but that was hilarious. Anyways, gosh, man, it's so hard to make picks these days. I think Edwards gets it done. I think she's got more experience. She's been doing this for way too long. I mean, this chick just keeps fighting, so I think she's bound to start winning. And I think her win streak, if she's not already on one, I think it starts tomorrow night against Chandler. And moving on to the second fight, we have Kwamba versus Romero. Alright, so I'm guessing these guys are debuting because I have no fucking clue who they are. We got Romero versus Kwamba. Timmy Twilight Kwamba versus Roberto El Charro Negro Romero. Tapology's got 77% on Romero. Since I know nothing about them, they both have similar records from what I've glanced over. Similar builds. About the same height, about the same reach. I'm just going to go Romero because why not? Tapology picked him and he looks kind of mean, to be honest. And he's Mexican and they are badasses. Kwamba looks like he might have some Asian in him, but he's an American, so hard to say. He's from Las Vegas, fighting out of Las Vegas. 2 losses, 71-inch reach. Anyway, let's move on to fight number 3, boys and girls. Alright, next we got Polyana Viana versus Jacqueline Amorim. I'm picking Jacqueline Amorim because 90% of the time when I pick a female fighter I want to bang more, they end up losing. The one I'm more attracted to always loses. Just kidding, that's a joke for all the piece of shit guys out there. Haha, guy humor, locker room talk, but we're not on the locker room. We're on the fucking Foe on the Fights podcast. And we love women on here. But yeah, that said, Viana, she's like coming off of 2 losses. She's not looking there good. She looks great. You know, she's great to look at, but fight-wise, she's not doing so good. I think the stuff with Pereira is either going to motivate her to come in and really try to make something happen with her career, or the drama could just be too much and everything going on with all that might get to her, the pressure. But and Amorim's, she's hungry. She's only earned about 50K in her career. Polyana's earned about 127K, which ain't much, but it's more than Amorim, so she's probably got that hunger to take her spot. So yeah, we're going safe pick Amorim. I think it's a pretty safe pick. Next up, we've got Cody Simon, the South African dude, Dricus Jr., versus a new fighter I'm not familiar, something Wellmaker. Let's check it out. Bear with me, let me pause. My bad, it's not Cody, it's Cameron Simon, and he came to the UFC on a tear. Looks like he beat, as a contender, he's got a few wins. Terrence Mitchell. Who is Terrence Mitchell? That's not McKinney. Terrence McKinney. He's a bantamweight. What am I doing? Just had a stoner moment. Sorry, guys. But anyway, he's coming off 2 losses. Christian Rodriguez and Peyton Talbot. Both good fighters at bantamweight. And he's fighting Malcolm Wellmaker. I've never seen this kid. He's 8-0. So we got prospect versus prospect here. But this kid is debuting, so, you know, he could have that hunger or he could have those jitters. It's really a coin flip, this one, in my opinion. And I think I'm just going to go with Simon. I think those 2 losses are probably going to light a fire in him. And it's not like the kid's bad. The kid's really, really fucking good. It's the UFC. And eventually these new guys come against a wall, or a gatekeeper, as what they like to call them. But yeah, I think he bounces back. I think Simon gets a good win here. Let's move on to the next one. And I just don't know much about the Wellmaker guy. I mean, he could definitely, it's UFC, he could win easily. Have a great debut, but, you know, my gut's telling me go with the experienced fighter. Next. Blackshear versus Alatang. What's his last name? Alatang Haley or something? Alatang something. Alright, yeah. We got the Mongolian Knight, Alatang Haley, versus Damon Blackshear, Da Monster. Oh, excuse me. I got Damon in this one. They're both veterans. Damon's 16-7-1. Alatang is 16-7-1. Jesus, they got the same record. That's insane. That's good matchmaking. I would have sworn the Mongolian Knight had more experience, but this is definitely showing that they're equal. But Damon, 11 submissions, man. 2 KOs. And he's only lost to 1 KO, where you have Alatang. He's got 5 KOs. He's lost by 3 times to KO or TKO, and then he's got 3 subs and 1 loss. So he's got subs too. But I do think Damon is on a roll right now. He's got really good wins in his last 2. He beat Cody Gibson with a Kimura, I think it was. Yep. And then Cody Stamen with a rear naked choke. Those are very good wins. Yeah, I just think he's on the momentum. I think that's a safe pick if you want to go with Blackshear there. Okay, moving on. We got Chris Gutierrez versus John Castaneda. That's so funny because Chris Gutierrez, I think he has a win over Alatang Ali. Yep. So not his last fight, but the one before. Chris Gutierrez beat Alatang Ali. Anyway, let's go to Chris Gutierrez versus... Chris Gutierrez is good, man. He had those couple fights where everybody was just like, holy shit, this guy's a beast. And then he got beat by Song Yadong and Kwang Lee. No, he beat Kang Lee. Okay, so he's coming off a win. We got Chris versus John Castaneda. Man, this is hard. This is like swag versus grit right here. Gutierrez with the swag, of course. And then Castaneda with just the grit, man. These guys, he reminds me of this other guy. I can't think of his name, but they just fight sexy mexy. They're like very composed. Good MMA game all around. I don't really know. I think this one, it could either be Gutierrez with a KO or Castaneda with either decision or just breaking him or finishing him with a sub or something. I'm going to go Castaneda on this one. That's what my gut's telling me. I could be wrong, so don't bet your whole house on it. Let's move on. We got Evan Elder versus Young. I don't know Young's last name. Let's check him out. Alright, so I don't know much about this guy, Gage. Whoever the fuck. Gage Young. Pretty cool name. But him versus Evan Elder. Evan Elder entered the UFC, lost twice, but he's won 2, so he's on a 2-fight win streak, and he's got the experience. I think Evan Elder, I think he could get it done, but something's telling me Gage Young could really get a solid KO because this guy's got lots of KOs, even though he's young and fresh. I don't know. I'm going to go Evan Elder just to, so I don't stay here forever. All right, next we got Matt Schnell, which is crazy. I thought he retired after Urseg knocked him out, versus Jimmy Flick. This is going to be a fan favorite. This is, if you don't know, you know. It's going to be grappling. It's going to be striking. It's going to be clenching. It's going to be all MMA fight. I mean, Flick usually wins by submissions, but I think he could, if he touches Matt's chin, he could put him out, because Matt, he's been chinny lately. Matt Schnell's the favorite, really. Wow, I would have thought Jimmy Flick would be the favorite. I'm going Flick. I think he's got the youth, the hunger, and I think Matt Schnell's chin is suspect as hell. So I'd bet big on Jimmy Flick if I had any money. I'm broke as fuck right now. So we got Ikram Aliskerov versus Andre Muniz. This should be a really good one too. Man, this card is sneaky good, for real. I'm excited. I can't wait for tomorrow night. What time do these fights start? It's going to be a 6 p.m. fucking prelims probably. I'll take a break, guys. I really have to take a shit. Sorry about that. I feel 100 times better now. Let's finish up. We got Ikram Aliskerov versus Andre Muniz. Like I was saying, or I might not have said yet, it's going to be a banger. Ikram, I'm probably going to go with him. He's a minus 550 favorite, and we got Andre Muniz at plus 390. I just don't see Muniz winning. I mean, I know he's a submission ace, but Ikram's like got that Dagestani well-roundedness, to where I think I think go with Ikram. Now these next two, we got Randy Brown versus Nicholas Dalby. Oh my gosh, big fan of both guys, but it seems like most times when I pick either of these guys in a fight, they lose. Besides Dalby, he surprised me recently. He edged out a win. I think it might have been against Renat Fakrdinov. It was a tough fought. None of Dalby's wins come easy, I'll put it that way. The guy is a grit fighter, cardio fighter, high pace fighter. He's always breathing like that, crazy as fuck. I don't get it, but it works for him. He's the only guy who does it, but they talk about it a lot in commentary, how he's like one of the only guys who breathes like that the whole fucking fight. But I like him. I'm a fan of Vikings, and dude's a modern day Viking, so I'm scared to pick him, because I could see Randy Brown using that reach and just hitting him with a left hook with like a fadeaway joint like Jordan used to shoot with that reach. As Dalby's charging in, he just slips back, boom, drops him knocked out cold. I could definitely see that happening, but I'm going to go with Nicholas Dalby. I think he can use the wrestling and the aggression to just swarm Randy Brown, who likes space, who likes distance, who likes to fight clean. And he's fighting a guy who likes to fight dirty and make it messy. So, good matchup there. Great card, to be honest. This card, I have no idea how good it was till I started this video and breaking all the fights down. Anyway, let's move it on. We're almost through, guys. Thanks for sticking with me if you're still here. Foe in the fights, I love ya. This is my shit. This is what I want to do. I want to become the next schmo or one of those guys that the fucking doing all this media shit, the MMA gurus. That's what I would love to do, because I'm a person with a fucked up back. If you guys don't know, I had surgery. So yeah, surgery made it so I could walk again, but left me in constant chronic pain. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way to make money. But anyway, we'll talk about that later anyway. And we got Michel Pereira versus Abus Magomedov. This is going to be a crazy high-paced fight. Abus starts out 100,000%. Michel Pereira starts out usually 100,000%. I've seen him start slow sometimes, which is odd. But I think he started slow in his last one. He lost. But somehow Michel is the favorite at 148, and Abus is plus 120. I'm picking Abus here. I think he's got that Russian MMA well-roundedness. Maybe not as well as Ikram Aliskerov and Khamzat and those guys, but I think he's got enough of it to stifle the striking heavy attack of Michel Pereira, because Michel Pereira, he's going to try to get a knockout like he always does in a spectacular fashion. That's just how the dude is. It's how he's wired. It's how he fights. He's like Michael Chandler. His fight IQ is not there, but excitement is turned up all the way to the max, and I appreciate him for that. But yeah, I'm picking up Boost. Moving on, we got Giga Chikadze versus David Onama. Now, I always get Onama mixed up with the Rocks guy, the Blood Diamond guy. What's his name? It's not David Onama. It's something else. Let me see. Oh, okay, Temba Grimba, who I was thinking of. David Onama's definitely a whole completely different guy. I just can't remember how he fights or his style right now off the top of my head. So yeah, this is a hard one. They got Giga as a plus 154. Onama's minus 192. I'm guessing Onama has better wrestling than Giga because Giga has almost no wrestling. But Giga's on this like resurgence, I think. And I think his takedown defense is really good now. He's probably been working like hell since, you know, he was at the title. He was like in the top 5 at one point, I think. And he just kept getting beaten by these guys who wrestled him. But yeah, he's exciting. Awesome to watch. Action fighter. I love Giga Chikadze. I'm rooting for him. I hope he wins. But I'm not 100% sure with my gut. But I'm just saying for the video, I'm picking Giga. Now we got the co-main event. Old man, Turtle Heart. Just kidding. Lionheart Anthony Smith versus Zhang Ming Yang. Apparently on BYN they said Ming Yang's never won a fight that got outside of the first round. So with those odds, if he doesn't finish Ant in the first round, he's probably not going to win the fight, right? Which is a lot. I mean, if he comes out blazing and just runs at Anthony, I think he could overwhelm him and finish him, because when Anthony gets in trouble, lately he's done a great job of staying there. He just kind of like accepts it and curls up. It like doesn't do anything. Doesn't try to stand up. Doesn't try to look for a sweep. Doesn't try to fight back from his back or on the ground if somebody's on his back. He just kind of like lays there and covers up. And then somehow in his mind thinks he's doing good. I don't know. The guy's fucking lost it. It's ego. I get it. That would suck to be a badass, looked at as a badass. You're on this podcast that's growing. Believe you me, it's like a fighter-friendly podcast. And then you lose that. After you lose brutally a few times, then your best friend dies. I mean, the guy and his mom died. I feel for Anthony. I really do think he's a good guy. It is fun to joke on him, kind of like Brendan Shaw, but not really that much, you know? It's fucking bugs. But anyway, I think a Chinese guy probably finishes him brutally. It would be cool to see Anthony get a win, but I think if he gets a win, he's going to want to fight again. He just strikes me as that kind of guy who's doesn't want to let it go. But yeah, I think his best days are definitely behind him. So this is the old versus the new. Is it going to be a changing of a guard, or is he going to fucking Victor Petrino him and sub him in the first round, make him look like a chump, or what's that word? Make him look like a scrub. That's what I meant. Okay. So yeah, I got Zhang Min Yang. Best of luck to you, Anthony. I've made 2 appearances on the Believe You Me podcast while you were hosting, and I enjoyed you on there. And I wish you nothing but the best outside of fighting if it doesn't go your way. And if it does, I hope you can leave on a win and have a beautiful life, my man. Anyway, we're at the main event. Ian Machado Garrity versus Carlos Prates. Ian is a minus 138 fave. Prates is a plus 112 underdog. Now, who do I want to win? My heart, Prates. I want Prates to start Ian Garry cold. I want him to lay in the middle of the ring, snoring like an Irish hymn. That's a fucking horse. Alright, I tried. You don't hit the ones you don't shoot. Yeah, I want Carlos to win. I want him to just embarrass Ian. Ian, for some reason, is so unlikable. And I loved Connor. I loved him because he was Irish. Because I'm Irish. But Ian, I don't like him, man. He seems like such a little whiny bitch brat. Like, I don't know. I just can't like the guy. His fight style's not bad to watch, but yeah, I think with my pick, as far as my pick, I'm gonna go Ian Garry probably. Like I said, if Carlos knocks him out, I'm gonna be thrilled. But my gut's telling me that Ian's got more experience, more composure, more cardio. It's gonna be interesting. The guy's smoking ciggies every day. How he gets in the 4th and 5th round if it gets there. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a decision most likely, or a late finish for Ian, whether by sub or TKO. But I want a KO, knockout cold, clean by Prates. That's what I'm rooting for, hoping for, praying for. Just kidding. I'm not going that far, but come on, Prates. Viva Brasilia! These fucking bugs making me look like a piece of shit. Someone in the house doesn't clean their room, and that's why this whole house is filled with bugs. Anyway, you guys don't want to hear that. Alright. That's it, guys. That was following the fights for UFC Vegas, whatever number it is. I'm not sure. But it's a fight night, so if you had ESPN Plus, tune in. Prelims start, I believe, 6 p.m. Let me just double check so that you guys know for sure the times. Boy, wouldn't it be nice to live in California? Watch the prelims start at 3 p.m. Main card at 6. Be in bed by 10. But no. I'm on the East Coast, boys, so it's going to be starting up at 6. Probably 6:30, like it always fucking changes last minute. And then we'll be up till about, main card will start about 9, 10. We'll be up till about midnight or later. Like, it sucks because I like to go to bed. But I'll stay up because I can't miss it. Anyways, that was Following the Fights, guys. Comment down below if you watch who you think's gonna win which fights, and if you disagree with any of my picks, let me know why. Let's chat about it down below. I'm trying to keep these coming out every weekend, so look for them dropping Friday nights at 7 p.m. I think that's when I'm gonna drop it. Yep. Thanks for watching. Love you, and have a blessed one.